What's up, guys? Welcome to another fun and informative tutorial on the Skooled Zone. So just like the Fallout 4 monster matchup I posted the other day, I haven't posted a weapon two-fer in a while. I think the last one I posted was the Shish Kebab and General Chow's Revenge about 6 months ago. So it was high time for another, and this time we'll take a look at getting Nuka World's Splattercannon and the Problem Solver. Both extremely powerful weapons, and yet the common theme between these two guns is easy. They have the exact same legendary effect. I was confused at first why Bethesda would put two of the same type of gun acquirable within the same DLC, until I realized they can actually be made into two very different guns through modding at a weapons workbench to create uses for different scenarios. It's all about the right tool for the job, right? So after I show you how to get them both, I'll show you what I did to mod them out and make them very different guns. The footage you'll see are clips from a couple of my recent Nuka World episodes, so if you're a fan of the Skooled Zone, then you might have already seen those videos. But not all visitors to the channel have time for hour-long videos, so I thought it might be useful to extract the relevant parts and make a separate tutorial video. For example, when getting the Problem Solver, there are very specific dialogue options that allow you to get the gun from the pack leader. Without following those dialogue options, he won't give it to you. And since I just posted a monster matchup the other day featuring their Splattercannon, some viewers have asked about how to get that too. Now, if you're just interested in getting the two guns and don't want to see me mod them out, then feel free to click away at that point. No problem at all. It's only a longer video to show you all the details if you're interested in that sort of thing. The relevant parts are within the first few minutes, but if you stick around later in the video, not only do I show you how to maximize both guns to their full potential, but I show you a crazy monster decimation montage using both guns. It'll be fun. So let's go now to the excerpts, and I'll be back at the end of the video with my final thoughts. And I'm going to do something really cool that I think you guys are going to dig with that. So let's just go ahead and take care of that first, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over to the market,
like the work never ends.
And I'll explain what we're going to do once we're inside.
As long as you keep your...
Okay, so we are in the Nuka World market. A few episodes back, you guys saw me chat with the leader of the pack and passed some speech checks and ended up getting a really cool weapon called the Problem Solver. Too funny. Okay, well, let's go talk to this guy. Look at this guy.
Gotta chase what you want to catch. Now that I get a closer look at you, not sure I'm buying this new overboss thing.
Oh yeah, they mentioned Mason earlier. Well, okay, so with these guys, we're supposed to show strength, so let's just tell them to do what I tell you.
As long as you care about yourself, you'll do what I tell you.
Ha! You might make it out of here alive after all. Name's Mason, the Pack's Alpha. This here's our side of town. You might be overboss, for now, but I'm the boss of the pack, and it's gonna stay that way. Long as you don't go forgetting that, we're gonna be fine.
Okay, so yeah, I guess they respect strength in this particular gang. I'm supposed to show teeth, and I did define Pack Alpha earlier, so that's kind of cool.
I'm not here to make us friends. I'm here to make us some caps.
I think we can all respect Caps, if not each other. Look, it ain't like anyone's broke up about Coulter. Just figured on his replacement being, well, different. But Gage says you're the boss now, so you're the boss.
I'll take the XP.
You don't want to be overboss?
If I thought the other gangs would go along, yeah, I'd run this place in a heartbeat. Might have to, if you turn out to be a turd. At least it ain't Mags Black, that freak Nisha. Besides, you can't possibly be worse than Coulter.
Coulter was weak. Why'd you follow him at all?
Been wondering that ourselves. Don't get me wrong, Coulter was definitely overboss. Not a man to mess with. And things were good in the beginning. Real good. But that was a year ago. Then Coulter went soft. Wanted to take stock in what we achieved.
I think you're a bunch of ungrateful children.
Careful there, boss. We ain't ungrateful, just fed up. Sure, this place beats living in the shitholes we had out there, but it ain't the palace of caps we signed up for. Ain't none of us happy, not even the disciples. And they're normally a chipper bunch so long as they're drenched in blood. Things were going to hell fast, but Gage put the brakes on that, got us together, and promised he'd find someone to deal with Coulter.
Oh, a red one.
So what's the real story behind Gage and Coulter?
Hey, I only know what I've heard. Story is that Gage talked Coulter into becoming overboss. And he got you in here, didn't he? Maybe he likes people owing him. Maybe it lets him get things done without getting dirt on his hands. After Coulter went soft, Gage got us behind closed doors and promised he'd get someone to off Coulter. And you did just that. Might have been the whole point of the gauntlet all along.
I'm not Coulter, so that better not happen to me.
Yeah, sure, boss. I get it. I do. We're totally willing to give you a chance. We are. Look, let's cut to the chase. You gonna do right by the pack? I hear you've been talking to the other gangs.
Be a good dog and do what you're told, or you'll be put down.
Whoa there, boss. Not in front of my guys, all right? You got enough to worry about without a dominant struggle inside the pack to deal with. You know what? I think we're not so different, me and you. I want you to have this. Consider it a token of our mutual understanding and respect.
Oh, wow. That's a colorful gun. The Problem Solver. Increased damage with each consecutive hit on the same target. Well, dang, I bet that can be modded out to be pretty awesome. Okay, I will take it. Thank you, dude.
One last thing before I let you go. There's always work to do around here, keeping the zoo in order. If you're ever able to lend a hand, drop by. Loyalty's a two-way street.
All right. Well, I was exploring around in the Nuka World market, and I found this guy right here in front of me. I'll just talk while it's on autosave lock. But he sells a weapon called the Splattercannon, and it is, from what I looked at, apparently the exact same gun. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to purchase the Splattercannon from him, and I'm going to make two versions of the same weapon. One as a sniper rifle and one as a machine gun. So now you see where I'm going with those perk points. Yep, I'm going to have to finally spend some on Gun Nut. But first, let's take a look at how much he wants to charge us, okay?
Buying or browsing?
I'll take a look, sure.
Sure.
Okay, we'll skip over to weapons and then all the way down to Splattercannon. That's what it's called, Splattercannon, Splattergun. All right, so he wants to charge us $11,850, and that's with even a half-decent charisma and several of those Tales of the Jerktown Junkie Vendor. I think that's what it's called. Those magazines, you know, they give you some bartering bonuses. But we're not going to settle for that. No siree, Bob. All right, so we're going to exit. We're going to put on our charisma clothing. And we're also going to do two more things because I want to see how far we can barter him down. All right, so we're going to pop some grape mentats. And we're also going to pop a day tripper because, you know, other than getting that pie in that one pie video, I haven't found a use for luck yet. But this boosts charisma by 3. So, and I've got 6 of them and a few more bottles at home. So might as well. Okay, so let's take a look what our charisma is now. It's going to be crazy. 21. Oh, my lord. Okay, so he better come down the price off of that.
Using chems in front of me is your idea
Unless
of a
you're
joke.
here to take this
I'm not
call
laughing.
off me and set me free, I'll assume you need guns or ammo.
Sure, let's take a look.
All right.
Okay. Not bad at all. All right, we dropped him in price by, you know, like 3,000 something. So maybe 3,500, somewhere around there. So that's not bad at all. I will take that. And in addition to that, I brought along a legendary weapon that I've found that is actually rather expensive. Don't really have a use for it because, you know, I look at it. It's going to frenzy targets with a missile launcher. Come on. But he's going to buy it for 1,200. So we're going to reduce that price. All right, so let's go ahead and purchase the Splattercannon, sell this thing, and now we only have to spend 7,000. So I'm happy with that since I'm, you know, my character's, you know, he's not a millionaire, but he's got some money to spend. So let's see if there's anything else. Nothing else I really want to sell. Okay, so let's just accept. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to the Red Rocket, and I'm going to go ahead and mod these guns out so I can use them on this adventure, okay? So I'll cut out all the traveling, but, you know, you guys will see me appear right in the Red Rocket. All right, guys, we are back here at the Red Rocket. I got Overboss Colton's armor there, sort of decorating the corner. I haven't decided where I'm putting all those power armored displays yet. But anyway, you remember this place? I used to always start my videos here at the Red Rocket, but I like it because I got a bunch of junk stored in the workshop and we can just start modding the guns. Before we do so, hopefully we won't be interrupted. Before we do so, I gotta pick up some perks. I have 8 to spend now, so I don't mind finally putting some ranks into Gun Nut. All right, I went for 83 levels without a single rank in it because up until now, I didn't need to spend the points on it. I would just buy guns at vendors, pull the mods off of those, and add them to my own guns. And with a little patience and exploring around, I didn't have to waste any perks on Gun Nut. But unfortunately, with these handmade rifles, they're unique to Nuka World, and even when you do find them out in the field, they don't often have a lot of the cool mods already attached. So in this particular case, I'm going to go ahead and spend ranks on Gun Nut just so we can go crazy with these 2 guns, because with that legendary effect I'm going to explain to you guys in a little bit, I think that gun's going to be kind of crazy. I don't know if it'll outdo the Overseer's Guardian, but one thing's for sure, I will be able to do a comparison video between the Problem Solver and the Overseer's Guardian. Yes, I'm going to make the Problem Solver my sniper rifle and the Splattercannon my machine gun. All right, so let's go ahead and buy these Gun Nut perks. All right, I still have 4 left to spend, and I'm just, I don't know. You know what I was gonna do? I was going to spend some points on this Knight person, but I have some of these things in my inventory called wolf ribs that do like almost the same thing. So I don't know if I need to spend any ranks on it, you know? Anytime there's an alternative, I always look for the alternative. Maybe I'm just a frugal perk spender, but I like having some of these backup points in case, you know, we might run into a computer terminal. Let's see here. I have 1 rank in hacker. You know, I may need to spend 3 more points to open up some kind of master terminal somewhere. Usually Bethesda's pretty good about giving you alternate routes, but we'll see. And if this Splattercannon ends up being really crazy, then I might end up spending some points in Commando. So I'd like to have those points available. Look at that. Stagger. Double damage. Okay, so that's probably where I'll spend the points, you know, in the episodes to come, but I just wanted to give you guys that little lowdown. Okay, so let's get to modding these guns. All right, so first of all, let's go into craft, and the first thing I'm going to do with both of these guns is remove all of their current mods, okay? So I'll explain why in a minute, unless you guys are savvy and you know where I'm going with this. Now, I do have to use resources to build them down, but I get XP for it, so I don't mind. No muzzle. There we go. Okay, and then there was one more standard color. Okay, so we'll come back to that. All right, then the Problem Solver. This will make total sense in a minute. Okay, so now both of these guns should look the same. All right, there's the Problem Solver, and there's a Splattercannon. Okay, so now I can go into each one, and I can start adding the best that I'm able to build for each category. All right, so for the splatter gun, which I want to make my automatic weapon, I'm going to add this highest level mod here, the powerful automatic receiver. And the reason that I can do that, if you look over on the right, you actually need 5 ranks of commando to be able to build this. But the reason I can add it to the Splattercannon is because I pulled it off of the other gun, the Problem Solver. So I can just attach the mod now. And now it's all making sense, isn't it? Okay, so for the barrel, it's not going to really affect the damage, it doesn't look like. Let's see, accuracy, 74. Yeah, so I might as well build this one, and I can build that because I do have 5 ranks in rifleman. So even though this isn't going to be our sniper rifle, might as well get the extra range and the accuracy out of it, you know what I mean? Bada bing. Okay, so moving on. Wooden pistol grip. Okay, now this is interesting. Do I want to have this be, let's see here. It's not improving anything really except for adding to the weight. And if I leave it as, you know, a pistol grip, then there's some other perks I have that might even affect it. So I'm just going to go ahead. I mean, unless riflemen will only kick in with the stock. But I'm using it as an automatic weapon, so that's not going to make a difference anyway. So yeah, might as well keep the weight low. I'll just add an improved pistol grip. Okay, standard magazine. Let's go ahead and add the best we can. Okay, once again, I can add this because it was pulled off the problem solver. I wouldn't have been able to buy it because I don't have 5 ranks in commando yet, but I can just attach the mod. Sights. Let's go for... Since I'm going to be using this as a machine gun, I'm going to be hip firing. I'm probably just going to go with one of these reflex sights. These are kind of the same, so I think I'll just go with the dot. It's a little less distracting. I can always change it to the circle if that turns out to be a little bit better. Alright, now we might as well add a suppressor because I don't think it's going to do anything except hurt the range. And it actually, does it reduce the weight? No, it doesn't reduce the weight, it adds to the weight. But the range is already really high for a machine gun anyway, which I'm going to be hip firing in medium combat, so might as well make it suppressed. And now with the Splattercannon, I might as well make it look all crazy, right? Because it is called the Splattercannon. And this is the one that should have been splatter painted, right? So we'll make this one painted. Nice. Okay, so that is my new machine gun. And now we're going to turn the problem solver into the sniper rifle. Okay, so now I can go all the way to the best here. And in this case, I don't want it to be automatic. In this case, I just want it to be advanced. And I can build this because I do have 5 ranks in rifleman. So, see how it's all working out. Long covered sniper rifle. Bingo. Next. Okay, for this, we will add the marksman stock. I don't need that stock. This is going to be just fine. Very nice. Magazine. For this one, I think I can't even build that one anyway. So we're going with the large quick eject mag. All right. Now for this one, I'm not sure. Do I want night vision? Night vision can be a little distracting sometimes, especially if I'm shooting during the day. So I might just go with the regular long scope. 23, that's the same. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll just go with the regular long scope. I wish that it had the ability to add the recon scope, but it doesn't. So that's one way. I'm already seeing the Overseer's Guardian does have a little bit of an advantage, I have to say. But we'll see. We'll see how this works out. Okay, muzzle, suppressor, perfect. And for the color, we don't want the painted. So do we want the nice wooden stock, the classy look? Do we want the camo look? You know, I'm leaning toward the operators anyway, and that's got a nice sort of, you know, classy wooden look to it. So might as well go with the operators. Okay, now this weapon looks like a problem solver. All right, you got a problem, it's at a distance, you solve it. This weapon now looks like a splatter cannon. You know what I mean? So that's where my thinking was kind of going with these two guns. Now, we're going to see how these perform in action, but I just want to let you guys know, increased damage after each consecutive hit on the same target, that could be gross. I haven't played with them at all yet, so we'll see, you know? I mean, let's look at the damage here. Overseer's Guardian, 217 versus the Problem Solver at only 164, and a range of 191 versus... Oh, actually, Problem Solver's got a better range. Interesting. The fire rate for the Overseer's Guardian looks like it's going to be a little bit better, so I'll probably be able to squeeze off one more shot with the Overseer's Guardian, but if I don't kill it in one hit, you know, I have a feeling that these two are going to be really the same. I'm one-hitting everything. I think the fun gun is going to be the Splattercannon, because if it's just mowing everything down and I'm hitting the same target and the damage is going up every single shot, then that could be crazy. As a matter of fact, it could end up being better than the spray and pray, because then I won't hit myself. I can't hurt myself at close range. Otherwise, the spray and pray was just an awesome gun. There we go. That single bullet got him. Oh, there's a legendary. All right, time for the Problem Solver. How about? Yeah, I only get 3 shots with this one. Oh, but hey, took him out in 1 shot though. Which the Overseer's Guardian would have done as well, but it would be interesting to do that comparison video just to get the actual stats and stuff. All right, crippled him. Very nice. Oh, I can just mow him down from the door here. It's kind of easy. It's like fish in a barrel. Door keeps closing, but that's all right. I don't even need to have great aim with this thing. Alright guys, that's how you get both of these fantastic weapons. Like I said earlier, the Splattercannon is my new favorite weapon, at least the version I modded out to make it a colorful automatic shredding machine. I appreciate you tuning in, hope you found this video useful. Throw a like on the video and share it around. Follow me on Twitter to get notified when these kind of tips and tricks videos drop, and we'll see you next time on the Skooled Zone. Peace out!